Judge Joe Brown.
Oh.
He been running it up
Have
this week. I've been watching him all week on
you?
podcast. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Wait.
Judge Joe. Judge Joe is in the news, and Judge Joe is basically, for example, holding
Oh,
Greg
Matt.
Mathis accountable for basically promoting gay culture. Check it out.
That's Judge Mathis.
Yeah, well, he was like 150, 149 in the ratings. I was number one, number two. I'm a lot older than him. He was the youngest judge ever elected in Detroit. And meanwhile, he was just 30 something. And when I started the show, I was in my 50s. See, I had a lot more experience than he did. And I would never do what he's done, which he's embraced the rainbow. You've seen him speak on that. And that at home with Judge Mathis, no, that's not something I'd do. Fine young man, I guess, but he was a gang member. And I know when I was growing up in Los Angeles, most of us that were real, we wouldn't have anything to do with that. And if you want to clip it, watch Singleton's Boys in the Hood. That's kind of the same area, same kind of situation I grew up in, just exactly like that. And most of us that were about something didn't belong to gangs, but we didn't like the ones that did. So he said, I was a member of a gang, and when my mother got sick, I got out. Well, if you can get out, that means you didn't have to get in. So I had a dad. Most of the guys I knew, they knew who their daddies were and had some interaction with them. So we didn't have that need. And that's what I'd say. I don't know him really personally. I've encountered him. I suppose he's a nice enough person. But I never could do the gang thing. And I never would corrupt myself by supporting the rainbow either, which he does.
So, Judge Joe Brown says that Judge Mathis, or Joe Brown says that Greg Mathis is interesting because, let me use my words carefully. Interesting because he actually promotes and supports gay culture. What do y'all think about that?
Didn't his son just marry his husband?
Who,
I
Judge
think his son,
Mathis, Greg
I think
Mathis?
Judge Mathis's son just got married to
Yeah,
a
Judge
man.
Mathis, his son is sassy. That is correct.
So I mean, I'm not surprised because his son is gay.
How do you grow up in environments, come from the hood basically, right? And say that you was in the toughest environments and all of this other type of stuff. How does it get to the point to where people transition from being in the toughest environments to being some of the most liberal people ever, to where even their children becomes sassy? And I don't understand it personally, but I'm just trying to understand it. Maybe somebody else got a different conversation or a different take on it than I do.
Think
Easy
we probably
time.
talked about this before that like most homosexual people are in the prison, so that kind of aligns with that.
Yeah, but I don't think Greg Mathis ever was a part of the prison system, right?
I'm just saying it tracks that coming from hard neighborhoods and you still gay type shit.
Uh, I mean, it's rumors that you. Nah, I ain't gonna say it. Fuck that. I ain't gonna even.
What?
Nah, I ain't gonna. Nah, it's too much. I ain't gonna get into that. It's too much. But it's conspiracy theory for Quentin. So Quentin will be happy that you gotta sacrifice a child in a way, and giving them over to that side is considered along those lines. It's just like Magic Johnson, Dwayne Wade. They be doing, like, they be grooming them to be homosexuals.
You think that these people have groomed their children to be that way? You have a theory that these celebrities have groomed their children to be that way
It's not my.
in order to sacrifice for success?
I wouldn't say it's my theory, but it's along those lines.
Dear fucking Christ.
Yeah, it's they say that this is a way that they do things. Like
What?
to really, I ain't gonna necessarily say it's to go along with success. It might be something else, and that's a conspiracy theory.
I feel like
I
you've been
got
hurt in life. You're
Okay.
you venture on the negative side of all this. Like there's always someone has some underlying ulterior motive to something. This
No, it's not like that because if you actually look at what's going on, it's like this. It's the more you get deeper into things, and you start reading and you start understanding what the way that these people move and what they accept and what they want you to do. It's not really far fetched. Cause look at Diddy. What do you think he was doing? Look at Justin Bieber. That's what happened with him. That's exactly what happened with him. He was given to Diddy. He was given to him. He was supposedly he was sold. It's not
I
far
think,
fetched.
Slimmy, I think this is the problem with most people, right? Some people are, well, most people are on the extreme. They either are ultra conspiracy or they're extra logical, meaning like nothing in between. So if you would have told people, just in 2015, you talk to people about chemtrails, they would have told you you're a conspiracy theorist and you're stupid. And now they have a whole, committee for it on the government, and they talk to you about it on C-SPAN. And now everybody's, they'll act like, oh, well, yeah, yeah, this is happening when it's been happening. So what I'm saying is some people they're not able to do that middle ground. So when you talk a lot of conspiracy theories, they're either going to be in agreement with you or they're going to be like, something wrong with you.
Yeah, yeah.
That's why you be getting the pushback.
I mean,
But I know what you mean.
it's a hard pill to swallow though. It really is. Because you think everything be on the up and up. And then like when you start looking into shit like what the Clintons was doing,
Forget the Clintons, but right now, Hunter Biden, they still not talking about that laptop.
I think that laptop got something to do with them too. But the Clintons, they all practice eugenics and all that stuff, man. Like all these people, they corrupt as fuck. They they into
Well,
some wild shit.
we know that Slimmy is our resident conspiracy theorist.
Yeah, I
And
guess.
So okay, so
Quentin is the complete opposite of that.
Yeah. I think Quentin actually was projecting last night when he said, or the other night when he said, "I like to be a contrarian." I think he's really the contrarian. Like he's
I'm
really
not a
the
contrarian. I just think with my own mind, and if I can't really prove something to be true, I just don't say nothing.
So you saying I don't think
That's
with
not
Like
true. That's not
yeah,
true.
yeah, yeah. Most of no, you have different thoughts, but most of the stuff that comes out of my mouth, if you haven't noticed, if I don't know something about shit, I really just don't say nothing. I sit here and stay in my pocket, and I don't say shit, and I'm quiet as fuck.
that's
But if
not really
I
true.
know, some,
You talk
No.
about things
Quentin picks
that
and chooses his spots. Like he doesn't talk about music. He doesn't participate in certain conversations. However, Quentin
because I
definitely
don't
give.
know, I did not participate in this crypto conversation because I don't know shit about it, and I
I
listen
agree.
to
I'm giving you your credit on that. But what I
I
am
listen to
saying
some of y'all
also,
try to thumb y'all way through it like y'all knew some shit.
but what I am saying also is that it's cap to say that you only speak on something when you know facts. you give your opinion on a lot of things. You give your opinion on sports. You give your opinion on Caitlin Clark. You give your opinion on Angel Reese. You give your opinion on relationships. You give your opinion on
I
Red
didn't
Pill.
say
And
I
so,
only
hold
speak on
on,
things I
hold
know
on.
facts
You
about.
did.
That's
You
not
said if you don't have
when
facts,
you put words in my mouth, that gives me the wherewithal to cut you off where you speak.
no,
I
you
did not
don't
say
have the
that.
wherewithal to just cut people off just because you don't necessarily agree with it. You
Well,
can't
you
just cut
lied
people off.
about what I said, Anton
Okay,
Daniels from
cool. You got it. Okay.
AntonDaniels.com.
Okay.
I
All right,
did
cool.
I did not say I only speak on stuff that I know the facts. No, I have some kind of knowledge of what I'm talking about. If I don't, I don't. They don't have to be facts. It could be opinion. It could be theory or whatever. I know a little
Okay,
something
cool.
about it. But if I don't
I
know
could
shit
be
about it, I'm not.
But
I
you
could
have
be
to
no, no,
be
no, no.
able.
I could absolutely be wrong. I could be 100% wrong. But I want to make
But
sure
you,
that I'm wrong. And so I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna run the tape. Give me a second. Just want to make sure that I'm off. Because I could be wrong, 100%.
You're wrong,
I could be wrong. You're right.
baby girl. You're wrong, but the truth
On Caitlin Clark, you give your opinion
remains.
on
Quentin actually was projecting last night when he said he's
I'm
really.
not a contrarian. I just think with my own mind, and if I can't really prove something to be true, I just don't say nothing.
Okay, so you're right. You didn't say facts. You said if you can't prove it to be true, then you don't say anything, and that is a lie.
I don't agree.
So I'm mature enough to say I was wrong about misquoting you, but you're not mature enough to say that that is a lie, that you only speak on things that you can prove to be true.
That is correct.
mhm, mhm, mhm.
Am I off here?
No,
No, I just
No,
I
man,
just
you're
told you
100%.
I just told you were right. You're accurate in your assessment on
You're
how I feel about
100%.
what's going on.
Q Diva. That's
I told you he was number one.
no, I don't think he.
More
Right.
time like I'm right most of the time. I just shut up and let y'all think you're right. But most of the time, I know I'm right.
Well, hold on. The problem, but okay. In order for you to even come up with something, meaning, like, let's take science. You know something, but then in order to get to something else, you have to be able to think outside of logic.
Sounds like something a woman would say. Men deal in
No,
logic.
it sounds like science. I have a 4.0 my entire
Science,
life. It sounds like science.
science is logic.
Science is not okay.
No,
Just
science.
just
Science is
just
not
just 20
necessarily
years
I'm
logic.
not
ago,
gonna
just
talk to the
hold
girl
on.
with the
Just
fake
20 years
sticker.
ago,
That's
no,
up to
just
you.
20 years ago, quantum physics didn't was not mainstream science. That would have been called pseudoscience.
Okay.
hmm Now it's mainstream science that there are parallel universes, quantum leaps, quantum jumps.
Okay,
So you would have
wait.
to think outside the bounds
Okay, so
in
hold
order
on,
to even
wait.
get there.
Let's back up for a minute. Cause this is really the after hours derailment show also. We got here because Quentin gave his thoughts on celebrities sacrificing their children in order to ultimately get to a greater space in their success. That's how we got derailed the whole thing. Cause then Quentin was like, "Oh, you crazy or whatever," right? But I want to stay there for a minute though, honestly, because do y'all honestly believe, and I'm not saying that we can prove, because there's a lot of things that we can't prove. That's why we're giving our opinion on it, right? But do y'all
Mhm.
honestly believe that there are some celebrities that make sacrifices like that or other sacrifices in order to become more successful?
Oh yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
Well, we know you think so.
Yeah, I think
yeah,
so. Sure. I
Well, I knew Mika was gonna say it too. Mika, you believe that also.
yeah. Madonna does it all the time.
What did she do?
The little kids that she liked to adopt.
I don't know about that.
That ain't her kids, nigga. You said we
The
So
little
sacrifice
kids that
their
she liked to
kids.
adopt.
Man. I just feel like y'all like to see the like worst in people. That's weird to
it's
me.
no, I like to see the best in people, Quentin, but I can't act oblivious to certain signs that's there. Like
I'm not.
why
I'm not going to talk
mysteriously?
about
No,
Quantum
wait,
Leap.
wait,
That
wait.
was like a
Hold
show
on,
in
hold on.
like
I wasn't
that was
done
like a
talking.
show in like 1984. I'm not going to talk about
I
Quantum Leap
wasn't
on it.
done talking. Hold on, Quentin, because
Quentin,
there's
not Quentin.
credence to the things that I'm saying because I could back certain things up with video because I know for a fact, with Dwayne Wade's kid, he used to like girls. And he had video of him saying, "Yeah, I'm gonna be a ladies' man." I got that shit. I would
What does
so
that have
that
to do with him
wait a minute,
sacrificing her? Just
wait
because
a
his
minute.
kid
Hold
used
on,
to
bro.
like girls, what does
Hold
that have
on,
to do with anything? It doesn't
Quinn.
make
You
any
gotta
sense.
relax. You gotta
No,
relax and
you use the word fact.
this
And it's
shit
not a
land, bro.
fact. It's not a
You
fact.
got it's not facts, nigga. I got the video.
No,
I posted that
no.
shit on
Well,
fucking Facebook
the
years
fact of
ago.
a homosexual person saying they used to like girls doesn't prove anything. It proves that they changed their mind. That's all it proves.
A child?
They
My
changed their
nigga,
mind. I don't fucking
I
like
just
girls
said
no
they're
more. Like
grooming.
I don't know what
Okay,
that
so
prove. What does that prove?
Quinn. First off, you took what I said and you took parts and you didn't listen. This is what I always tell you. You do
It doesn't
not
never make
listen.
sense. Oh,
You
my
don't
head
listen,
hurts.
dog. You don't listen, bro.
Oh.
You don't listen. You don't. You got a hard time listening. And these are the facts. I said they groom these children. They groom them. So they might not necessarily go all the way with that shit. They might go, a certain way. They might not. They might not end up
What
being gay.
proof
But
that
they
Slimmy?
expose them.
What proof do
God
you
damn,
have that
man.
these children are being groomed? What proof? You said it's fact and you have proof. What
No, he
Motherfucker,
what
did
said
you
that he
not see
had.
they
He said he had
what
proof.
proof do you have that these people are being
He
groomed?
said that he had proof that his son said that before. That's what he said.
But what proof do you have that these people are being groomed?
did you not see Dwayne Wade's kid all over the internet randomly starting to say, I want to be a girl?
What
Do you
proof
think,
do you
wait a
have that
minute,
they were
think. No,
groomed
wait,
and
no,
that this
wait,
motherfucker didn't just change his mind?
Quinn,
How you know he
listen
just
very
changed
carefully.
his mind?
Quinn,
Because okay,
Quinn,
hold on.
Quinn,
Because
Fuck, man, this
hold
shit's
on,
so
wait, because
dumb.
I want Quinn to hear me very carefully. Quinn, I just want you to do one thing real quick. Just think outside the box for a split second. Just think outside the box for a split second and think why a child would just suddenly start saying, I want to be a girl because a woman comes into the household and the mom of this child is saying, yo, I didn't raise my son like that. And I got a problem with her being around my kid. And then all of a sudden she just puts to the side. You don't hear
Why
nothing
are
from
you
her. And
yelling?
it's a
My
whole
iWatch just
onslaught.
went off.
It,
My
you don't want to
iWatch just went
listen,
off
man.
and said
It's
it's too
cool.
loud. My watch
No,
just went
I
off.
feel you on that, Slimmy. 100%.
My
Well, that's
decibel
what
meter
they're
on my watch
arguing
just said
about
it's
right
too
now
loud.
in the courts. They're arguing about that right now in the courts with the whole transgender thing, because you have a lot of parents that are doing that whole my 2-year-old says they don't feel like they're a boy or a girl. There's no child that just automatically says that.
I
It's
agree.
groomed some type of way.
I feel y'all on that. I rock with that. And I am a person that
I don't rock with
objectively,
any of this nonsense that's going on tonight. I'm
I
different.
do. I do. 100%.
There's a difference between
1000%.
being a
Because
tomboy
when you are
and
dressing
an
your
individual.
child, listen, that is classic grooming. When you dress your underage child in something different than what they were biologically born as, that is grooming.
Mhm.
That is the very definition of grooming. So if you're asking what proof do we have, well, they are underage and their parents are dressing them in things that they're not biologically born as, and they don't have the mental capacity to make that decision for themselves because they are children and their brains are not even fully developed, then that is teaching them, grooming them, and then putting them in a position to think something differently. And they're raising them up because even in the work, well, I don't want to go spiritual, but it says raise a child up and it will never depart from them. They're putting in them what they want them to believe and feel early in their lives. And in some instances, there's a lot of people that are putting their children through changes, giving them hormone therapy, going through
Yeah.
sex changes before they become adults. That is the very definition of grooming.